Hello, fellow Star Wars fans. My name is Starrapter, and welcome to my reviews for the High Republic comics in the month of May. I'm doing things a little bit differently now. I'm going to separate the High Republic comics from IDW and Marvel into their own separate video every single month. Keep them separated from the Marvel comics because now with the War of the Bounty Hunters, things are getting a little bit busy. I wanted to have the spotlight on the High Republic comics in their own video. So this month we are talking about the High Republic Adventures issue number 4, as well as the High Republic from Marvel. That's issue number 5. So starting things off with the High Republic Adventures, we have those dual storylines going on. We have the character of Crix, who is with Marchion Ro, and we also have the character of Zeen Marala, who is also the best friend of Crix, and they get separated, and she is learning about the Force with Lula Talasula and Yoda. So just talking about Crix's story, I'm going to try not to mess up and say that his name is Crix Maydeen from Return of the Jedi, but we have Crix, who is giving a task by Marchion Ro when they're on this junk planet to go and chase after this sentient species bird creature thing that is going to alert the authorities that the Nihil are there. So his job is to basically hunt down this character before they get to the alarm to sound off for the communication hub so that the Republic knows that they are in trouble. So we have Crix, who has got that holo communicator that Yoda gave him a while back, and he's, kind of battling with himself if he really wants to be with Marchion Ro. Maybe this is not his path, but he was also really angry when Zeen Marala never told him all those years that she was Force sensitive. So he decides to make the call to Lula Talasolo, or to Zeen Marala, who is with Lula Talasolo, to go and help him. So then that's what the other storyline goes into on Ord Mantell, where that is where Zeen Marala is. She's there with Yoda, she is there with Lula Talasolo, and they're just hanging out, and next thing you know, there is an emergency called to all the Jedi Knights and Masters and whatnot on Ord Mantell's outpost to go and fight this Nihil battle group. So all those kids are left on Ord Mantell to just kind of hang out, and that's when Zeen Marala gets the message from Crix saying, hey, he's got to change her heart. So she blasts off into space and goes after him. Meanwhile, we go back to Crix, and he fails in his mission to take out this person. He fails in the mission for this person to send out a message to the Republic. So now, after the battle in space with the Nihil battle group, we do know that the Jedi like Yoda and Buckets of Blood and the master of Lula Talasolo, whose name is Cantum Sai, they all get the message to go to this junk planet, and that's where this issue kind of ends, is because there's going to be a flashpoint on this planet where Marchion Ro is. We're going to see what happens. I believe this will probably be issue number 5 coming up. Will probably be the end of this story arc for this specific first story in the High Republic Adventures. But overall, I'm always blown away by these issues from IDW because the colors, the artwork, the writing, everything is so good all the time with these issues, and you really see that inner battle between Crix and between Zeen Marala, kind of questioning where they are. They're both on their own kind of journeys at this time, but we have really fun moments like the space battle with the Vectors and the Z-28s and the Jedi just having a blast going around taking out the Nihil. So just overall great storytelling there, and I just like how we have this connection with all these different characters that are going through the story that are going to integrate into the greater scope of the High Republic. So getting into our second issue for this month of May, we have the High Republic from Marvel. This is issue number 5. And yes, this is a big one, guys. This is epic. So last issue we left off, we have the Hutts coming down to Sedri Minor, claiming that they are protecting their property, which they're going to fight the Republic for, apparently, and we pick up in this issue, and it does go into the future. It's kind of like one of those Breaking Bad entrances into an episode where they show you what happens at the end of the episode, and I got to figure out how you get there by the end. So we get this moment where we have Sarek getting crushed by a Rancor because we are having this epic battle between the Hutts and between Jedi like Avar Kriss and Keith Trennis, and then the newly formed Skier, who is now part Drengir. So we have this epic battle, and we're trying to figure out how we get there, and it's all because of the Transocean. Now he's infected with the Drengir. He does not want to negotiate with the Hutts, and they cut their talks short with Avar Kriss. And next thing you know, they got to defend themselves. They got to defend the people. We see epic battles. We see people like Keith Trennis, who is separating her double lightsaber to use 2 lightsabers, and she's just going around just deflecting all the blasts. And then we have characters like Sarek, who's trying to fend off Rancors, and then his brother comes in all valiantly and that basically puts it to sleep with his hand, like a beast tamer type of mood. There's a lot of awesome stuff happening here. And then we have the confrontation between Keeve and between Sskeer. Once again, Sskeer is battling his inner demons. He's been infected by the Drengir. He's going to try to kill the Hutt, but the Hutt is the only thing that's keeping these Hutts, the people, from fighting the Republic. So we have to get Keeve Trennis, who ends up doing a mind touch on the character of Sskeer, who is connected with the Drengir. So when she uses like the Jedi mind trick, or the Jedi mind touch, as they say in the High Republic, she's able to actually have him command the Drengir to convince them to say that the humans are they're not good to eat, because that's all they care about. They're saying that the humans are poison. All these people are poison, and that actually gets the Drengir to run away. So for now, there's a little bit of a truce. The Hutts and the Republic teamed up to fight off the Drengir, because the same planets that the Hutts are controlling, the Drengir is going to infect as well with the Drengir. So there's just like, they have to kind of team up as an unsteady alliance for just the time being. I don't think that's going to last for very long. But also, in the Starlight Beacon, we've had trouble. So we have Avar Kriss that's calling for help to Muro, who is kind of one of the head Jedi on the Starlight Beacon. And they had that Hutt that exploded from that one ship, and it turned out to get all these people infected. And now you have the Drengir there. You have Imri, who gets infected. He gets stabbed through the chest with one of the Drengir. Yes, that's the guy from A Test of Courage. That is Ver Nestra Rose Padawan. And when basically Sskeer does his thing with the mind touch and commands even the people all the way out there on the Starlight Beacon, even the Drengir out there are able to actually run away. So the crisis everywhere seems to be affected by Sskeer. So he's a very powerful figure, but it was also very powerful on him, because when Keeve Trennis, who was able to do the mind touch because that's his apprentice, he's the only one who would actually lower his barrier for her, he kind of goes into comatose. So that's where this issue ends. That's hence why the cover looks the way it does, with her holding Sskeer. I don't know if he's dead, if he's conscious, what exactly is going on, but this is not the end of this storyline. It looks like, I think we'll probably get one more issue, and then we're going to kind of transition into wave 2 of the High Republic, which will involve that Republic fair that we've been getting teased for a while now about. So things are coming to a head, but this issue felt so epic in scope. Like, I wish I could listen to music when I read it the first time, because it's one of those, just the way it's framed out with the different panels, and with, again, the coloring, the pencils, everything, artwork and writing involved in this especially is super good. And it's just really fun seeing these characters all coming together as one. Seeing the Hutts the way they are, and with the Rancors and with the Gamorreans and with all these other guys running around, plus a Drengir. Things during the High Republic aren't as peaceful as I think we thought they could have been. But yeah, those were my thoughts on the comics in May for the High Republic. What did you guys think of these comics? Let me know in the comment section down below. For more on Star Wars, you can check out my weekly reviews of The Bad Batch, as well as my weekly reviews of the other comics, such as I mentioned, The War of the Bounty Hunters has commenced. So make sure you go ahead and check out that awesome epic crossover. So that's gonna do it for me, Starrapter. Thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you always. Thanks for checking out the video. Please hit that thumbs up symbol. It helps me know that I'm making content that you guys enjoy. And if you enjoyed this video, I also include 2 videos down below you guys should check out. And please consider subscribing to this channel. It helps support me, and it notifies you guys of when I get new videos up on the channel. You can also contact me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Starrapter.